Hello everyone, welcome to Nigerian Swap Films. Today, I'm going to be talking about a 2023 movie titled The Bloom Boys. Make sure to like, subscribe and tell me what you like in the comments below. The movie opens with Tosin Akintola receiving a call from his sister Kemi crying for help. The news of Dozie Okafor's death is all over the internet and newspaper. Dozie's mother walks into her office and is greeted by her staff who reveals Dozie's death by showing her a clip from the internet. She is wailing and drops on her knees. She is surrounded by her staff who are trying to console her. The next day, we see Tosin in the car trying to figure out what his sister has done. Pictures from the mother's scene are presented before Kemi to confess to the crime she committed. Tosin is in the police station requesting and shouting to see his sister. He is told he does not have the right to see her. Only her legal counselor does. He begs to see his sister, telling them she will only talk to him. He is later granted access to see his sister. They are alone. She is surprised he came and he responds with, "It is because she called." Kemi tells him that killing Dozie was a mistake, just wanted to frighten him. She makes inquiries of what people are saying about her. He replies saying,
"Calling you a psycho witch."
She asks if people will believe, understand her or her story. He replies,
"Story about what you did to your life or the story about what you did to the family."
She tells him she needs to tell her story, even if it is one person. Then we get a flashback to what happened a few months earlier, showing Mr. and Mrs. Akintola having an argument. She is shouting and saying,
"Your entire existence is an embarrassment to this family."
He is walking out when his daughter Kemi walks in. Her mom asks her if their argument woke her up. She affirms and asks her mom what her dad has done this time. Her mother tells her to marry a man with surplus wealth because that is what gives happiness and peace of mind. Kemi reminds her mother that she has been saying it since her 5th birthday, and her mom replies saying,
"You haven't understood that yet. If you get it, you would have backed one. You haven't backed a man with surplus wealth yet. Don't bag a man like your father."
Oud Majestic, a perfume store where Dozie Okafor shops for his designer scents. A stranger leads on Dozie and steals his wallet. Dozie is at the counter trying to pay for his perfume when he realizes his wallet is missing. He offers to make transfer, but Kemi offered to pay for him. He thanked her and left. She makes inquiries about him and she is told he is Dozie Okafor, a billionaire who shops with Oud Majestic. She leaves the shop and meets with him outside where they exchange contacts, compliment each other and agree to meet later in the day. Kemi walks in on Tosin playing games and asks if he never gets tired of playing and he should get a job. She asks where her parents are and informs him she will be going out. Dozie reserved the whole restaurant for both of them. Dozie is telling Kemi that he is a web designer and she in turn tells him she is a fashion designer who works for her mom. He is displeased with how the bartender is pouring the wine into the glass cup. He rains insult on him and says,
"So you've been working here for a month and you still do not know how to pour wine? Are you daft? Dumb? Or just plain stupid? I'm asking you a question. Or would you like to lose your job?"
No, sir.
She intervenes and the bartender walks away. Derek is busy developing his web and happy he's able to achieve what he wants. Tosin is jogging home and meets with his dad at the entrance of the house. His dad makes inquiries about his mom and his sister and how he intends to get something doing with his life. Her mom comes in excited about seeing a clip of her daughter with billionaire Dozie Okafor and asks her about him and his wealth. She envisages her daughter getting married to a billionaire by all means. Mrs. Okafor and her son are having breakfast. He's asking about her trip to Hungary. He asks for 15 to 20 million naira for his business from her, which she says she'll write him a check, and reminding him failure is never an option. Mrs. Akintola's models are having a photo shoot when Tosin walks in asking his mom money for studio session. She gives him money and tells him to spend it properly. Kemi and her boyfriend are having some alone moments in the kitchen. He serves her breakfast in bed. The maids in Mr. Akintola's house are checked on their level of cleanliness and they should cook for Kemi's guests without adding any form of peanuts to the dish. Tosin is in the kitchen with the meal chefs, trying to make tea for himself, when one of them tells him to stop, that he will handle it and will send the maid to bring it when it is ready. Dozie is eating with the Akintolas. Mr. Akintola inquires about his job and the kind of apps he develops. Mrs. Akintola stops her husband from asking further questions, that he should be allowed to enjoy his meal. The chef comes in to serve them wine. He rains insults on him saying,
an uneducated man standing next to me.
Mr. Kintola and his son are displeased with his actions, but his mother tries to act like everything is okay. Mr. Kintola is scolding his daughter for her boyfriend's behavior earlier, but her mom sees no fault in that. She compares her husband and her daughter's boyfriend, saying he's man enough unlike her father. He asks his son if he sees anything wrong with Doze's attitude towards their staff. He affirms and says he does not like the guy. Doze and his investors are in the office. They inform him they will be taking their business elsewhere. Tosin is working on his music lyrics when his dad walks in and tells him to find something meaningful with his life, that a business degree would earn him a job anywhere and not to music. Dozie walks in, informing his girlfriend his boys cannot wait to see her and they will be meeting in the club and not in his house as agreed earlier. They're in the club exchanging pleasantries when all of a sudden her boyfriend gets moody. She gets dancing with her boyfriend's friend Steve. Derek and Tosin are talking about his app which digitalizes livestock farming and all its benefits. He is tired and wants to sell his IP. He tells him he wants to partner with him and gets it 5% from the share. They both agree to the deal. Dozie and his girlfriend are back from the club when he suddenly starts lashing at her for sharing her business card and accuses her of flirting with his friend. He slaps and drags her to the room and beats her up. Her mom comes in and tells her to take off the glasses, telling her men are like that. She responds by saying her dad never hit her. She shuts her up, saying her dad is not man enough. She applies some makeup on her to cover the scars. She tells her daughter to make sacrifices for the ones she loves. Kemi's staff comes in with flowers from her boyfriend. He calls to apologize and promise not to lash out on her again and fix a lunch date for both of them. Mrs. Okafor asks her son how his business is faring. He says fine. She tells him she knows he lost a 500 million naira contract. He seeks to know how she got to know. She tells him she knows what goes around him, reminding him how she built her empire and that failure is not an option. Her phone is ringing. She picks the call and walks out. Doze is on the bed looking at his phone in disgust when his girlfriend walks in. He accuses her of cheating and refers to her as a cheating slut. She tells him it is a client that his friend Steve introduced her to. Tosin is in his room when his sister walks in and tells him her opinion about his app and she has an investor for him. He is happy and tries to shake her, but she declined. He seeks to know her sudden change of attitude. She affirms everything is fine. They are downstairs with the investor. The investor inquires the benefits of the app and gives him her business card and leaves. Doze barges into the room angrily for losing 65 million contract. His girlfriend tries to calm him. She asks what she can do to assist. She tells him to ask his mom to grant him access to the right people. He gets more furious and says he does not want to be a mommy's boy. He does not want to be running to his mother. He just needs 150 million naira. She exclaims and tells him her family do not have that amount of money, but her mom has an asset she can sell to get the money. But her mom will not be in support of it. He gently kisses and caresses her and assures her that she will make a refund in few months. Tosin and Derek are pitching their app, Ngozi. He declined the offer, saying they have 3 other companies that they declined. He tells them he will get back to them. They are in the elevator when Derek tells him with 1 million naira deal that was declined, he can be made king in his village. He assures him it is a strategy to get the company to increase the pay, since he sent the presentation to them before presenting and no one can steal their ideas, that it will amount to 30 million if they try to. Doze is angry with his employees for not reaching a target. He threatens they will lose their job by Monday. His girlfriend comes in, asks what the issue is. He tells her he's about losing another contract. He reminds her to tell him about her brother's app. She tells him he has developed it and pitched it to investors that offers $1 million, but he refused. Kemi walks in on her brother in the bathroom, telling him she needs to talk to him. He tells her he needs to hasten up. He has a meeting to attend to. She makes jest of him. He replies saying,
You see, at a point in a man's life, okay, he leaves the road and faces purpose. And that's where I've got into in my life right now. So please, thank you very much. Leave my room.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye.
Oh,
God
sure.
bless.
Yeah.
Bye.
she steals her brother's hard drive and gives it to her boyfriend. He is glad. She reminds him not to use it. He zooms off. Tosin and Derek are outside. He asks the investor why she requests to see them outside and not inside. They are presented with a booklet telling them to accept $3.5 million offer or lose it to another company. Derek confirms it is his ideas and work after going through the booklet and asking how it is possible to have same IP address. They are told it is Gold Incorporation that is willing to pay. Kemi is pregnant and is deliberating on how to tell her boyfriend about it when her brother walks in angrily on her, asking her to tell him the truth about how her boyfriend got his IP address. He tells him to allow her boyfriend have it, and Derek will create another one. He reminds her that she knows the importance of the app to Derek, yet she sold them out. He tells her he will let everyone know he stole his app. She tells him to let everything be because she's going to have his baby and he will compensate them and everyone will be happy. Tosin stops Dozie on the road, telling him he knows he's a bully, but he cannot bully him, that he will sue him for stealing their app. Kemi is worried about what her brother will do to her boyfriend. He assures her nothing will happen because he has deleted traceable evidences. She tells him she's pregnant. He gets angry and tells her to get rid of it. She replies and says,
"Even if you don't have a sister, you have a mother. How would you feel if your dad do this to you?"
He gets angry and beats her till she bleeds. She's in the hospital where she's informed she lost her baby. She's also informed she cannot conceive. The nurse tells her a man dropped her off with some cash to be taken care of. She's at Dozie's house where his staff tries to stop her from entering, but she insists and enters. She finds him in bed with two women. She is heartbroken and leaves. Mr. Akintola is worried his daughter has been missing for 2 days and his wife is not doing anything about it. He tries to call the police to inform them, but his wife stops him, saying it will ruin their reputation. Kemi walks in. Her father asks her where she is coming from. She tells him her boyfriend took her on a vacation, that's why their numbers were not going through. He asks if that's why she is not with her luggages and has a tag on her neck. Her mother tries to hide it, affirming she is fine, and takes her upstairs. They're in the room. She's telling her mom her love for him. Her mother consoles her with words of encouragement and the importance of sacrifice. She told her mom she sold a piece of property in Eco Atlantic. Her mom is furious and wailing, telling her it is her entire asset. Her husband walks in and looks at them. Mr. Akintola and his children are in the hospital waiting for their mother, who is in the emergency room. Their father is calming him not to forsake his sister for what she has done, their family, no matter the circumstance, reminding him that even his mother has a fault in what has happened. He should forgive his sister. Kemi is depressed. She is having a flashback of all that has transpired that leads to the state she is in. The next day, Kemi takes some food to her boyfriend. She tied him up when he was done eating. She's live streaming her actions towards him. She laments all that he has done to her and makes jest of him. She pulls the trigger to frighten him. She reminds him of her betrayal to her family, all because of him. She is lamenting when she mistakenly pulls the trigger and shoots him dead. She immediately drops the gun and tries to stop the blood from gushing. We are back to the present where she's narrating the incidents to her brother, regretting her actions, and she says,
"Dozie, I didn't mean to kill him. I didn't. I just wanted to scare him to see if I could get back what it took from our family."
He replies they will try to get her out. She is being taken out. A year later, Tosin is launching his app. He is more than happy. He reads his speech, appreciates his father and his good friend and partner Derek. His dad hugs and congratulates him. He's at a circulated place reading a letter from his sister, requesting for his forgiveness and for saving the family's name. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.